so I'm probably not going to answer.
Well, feel free to interject or anything like that, bro.
It's all of them.
Oh, right. Sorry.
All right, look, massive win at home. Two massive wins this week at home. Can you just talk about the team's performance today?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this week being revenge week for us since we we struggled against these two teams just historically. And what a huge week it would be if we could come away with 2 wins, knowing that we had to execute better than we have in the past, that we have to, put people in the right positions to succeed, and change a little bit of what we do and not be predictable. And I think that helped us today for sure. I think we have a team full of talented players, and when they're playing well together, it's just we're a tough team to overcome. But we don't play that way every time. So it's like learning how to do that no matter the situation that you're in, and the team that you're playing. It's a challenge when you're not playing well to dig yourself out of it. And these last 2 games, we didn't play great against Bucknell as far as scoring goes, but we found a way to do it on the defensive end. So I think, if we can combine the two and have good offensive effort and good defensive effort, then I'm really excited about the postseason. We knew that a month ago we were a different team. And we talked about how we've changed a lot in a month. And then, the tournament is in a month. So we still have another month to get better. And that we should not just sit there and say, oh, okay, great, we won at home and that's it. Like, we still have some things we need to tweak. So really proud of the team and how they performed. They did the game plan as asked. And it was so nice to have Carla back. We didn't have Carla the first time we played them. I know she's a threat, and it stretches the defense a little bit, and that's always helpful for us. So really proud of how she played today coming off the bench. But we won 3 of the 4 quarters, which was huge. I think we needed to be able to do that to beat a team like this. And just, I don't know, I'm thrilled. I am.
You kind of touched on it for just a bit. What was the game plan coming in? Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I struggle.
What was the game plan coming in?
Yep.
Talk to me about that.
It really, we a couple of things. First, defensively, we didn't want to stay in the same defense the whole time. That we know when we switch stuff, it causes problems for teams, even though we are at a disadvantage on the block and they're big. We knew that. But we scramble well, I think, for the most part. So we forced turnovers today, and they don't turn the ball over. So them having 22 turnovers is a lot. And then we were able to score off those turnovers, which is huge for us. So I think that was one of the things. And then offensively, just getting the ball to the right people and knowing how to attack them, whether it's off the bounce or in transition or down low. And I thought we passed the ball extremely well today, and that was helpful. It helps when you make your shots early on. Like, it just gives you confidence early. It's when you don't make them can you get past that. So it was a little of both ends, but really, really proud of the execution. I'll say it again, I thought Emily Fisher played extremely well today. We needed her to have her head on her shoulders and make good decisions, and she did, and she communicated the entire game.
Yeah. Well, I guess you answered my question about Fish, but talk to me a little bit about Jade now. Did you have any conversations with her throughout the week about this game?
No.
No? I mean, clearly this is an important one, but how do you think she stepped up to the challenge today?
She took the shots that were there. I thought she gave up some early, and then she just kind of came alive. Like, maybe I think seeing her teammates step up helped her step up. Sometimes, when you feel like the weight of the world, the pressure's all on you to have to do it all, they took the pressure off her today and said, we got this. And she was able to then free herself up and do a terrific job. So it's nice to see Jay get back in double digits. It's nice to see her have a solid game at both ends, and I think hopefully moving forward this helps her.
Yeah, I want to talk about moving forward. Obviously, huge win, but this, I know you said this. You don't want this to be the pinnacle of this team.
That's right.
How do you keep building and moving forward?
Well, it's offensively mostly, I want to say, but we do have some defensive tweaks.
What are those tweaks?
Defensively?
Like just
on offense, I would say, like Carla said to you, getting people shots and taking your shot. Like we get lulled into trying to get into the flow, and then we just pass the ball and we don't look for ourselves. And I think it's time where we need to not be afraid to take a quick shot if it's a great shot for you. I think that is a huge part of it. Our execution and transition has been hit or miss. And I think being able to continue to execute in transition, get easier baskets early in the shot clock is something we still need to work on. I've actually slowed it down in practice and have gone more half court because I feel like that's something that we struggle with when people just sit in the half court. And we've done a much better job at being able to score in the half court. Now we got to go back to running a little bit more and being able to do both. So that's one thing I would say. Staying out of foul trouble, I think that's another thing defensively. Like Stack is trying to help everybody, but then she's fouling too much. So that's not great. And then just making sure that we're moving with the ball and that we don't leave certain people open. Just from game to game, the scout's a little different, so it's hard to sit there and say exactly what defensively other than executing a scout.
At 5:17, after a 4-0 run for me, you called a timeout. I'm just interested, what did you tell the team? What did the coaching staff tell the team during that final stretch?
Yeah. We just talked about how we were taking, at that point in the time, I can't remember how much we were up, maybe 15 or 16, I'm not sure. And I wanted them to have a little bit of a break because they started to make a little bit of a run. And then I just wanted to say, guys, the clock is in our favor. We need to use the clock on offense and get shots below 10 seconds, basically. And it's not like we executed great doing that, but at least we gave them a chance to, like, all right, well, if we're going to spend 30 seconds on offense, we're going to try to also make youth spend 30 seconds on defense. That was really what the conversation was about. And I thought that they were taking too many quick shots. So we changed our hedge defensively. So we didn't have guards on the post players because we felt like if the bigs are on bigs, maybe they're not forcing it inside and getting quick baskets. So that's kind of what we talked about.
Cool. I'm all set.
Okay,
Thank
thanks.
you so much.
Yep.
152.
Yeah, 152.